All right, guys, so we got our 2022 on the dyno right now, and we're gonna go ahead and pull the left side cover off and open up the airbox lid. So I'm actually gonna do this one with, or I guess you're gonna do this one with me anyway. I have not taken any of the covers off, so I don't know what to expect on the other side of this one. And 1, 2, 3. I don't know if those washers actually fall out. No, I feel like they're locked in. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so that came off way easier than I expected. 3 bolts, and then there's actually just 3 little push pins. That whole left side cover just comes right off. And I take this little plastic, looks like we have 2 screws, 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. Pop that off next. So it did wind up being a little easier just taking these 3 out, so you do have to pull this black flat back. Our ECU is located right behind what you got to pull out of this rubber grommet here, and then you actually pull it twice, so there's like 2 clicks to take the ECU out, and there is our new ECU. So I'll have to dive into that later and see what we can do there. But back to the intake. So I'm gonna get these screws, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back side, and pull that filter out. All right, so filter is out. As soon as you take these 3 screws, or 4 screws out, this thing actually just falls. It's not held in by anything, and then I actually have a decent snorkel, so there's nothing to really rip out on the inside like the other bikes. But again, the big limitation on the old Groms was actually the hose. It wasn't that intake mod itself. So just upgrading the hose on the old Groms netted some good top end gains, but you did lose a little bottom end. I'm expecting probably the same on this, but let's do a quick test. I guess we're gonna do the Backfire screen, and then we'll just do a run without the lid at all, which might be interesting because the filter's gonna fall out. We might just do a run without the filter or the lid just as a quick test. So we'll try that out and see how it goes. Okay, so to pull this Backfire screen, not too bad. There's 4 little black tabs, and you're pretty much, I don't know if I can do this one-handed or not. Put my fingers in there. Okay, so all I did was took a screwdriver, propped it in there, cracked it open, broke this tab. It just popped out of the metal on this tab. Got to rip the rest of that off and stick it into the bike. Alright, so guys, our back-to-back comparison on the Backfire screen, 8.75, 8.81, 7774. Pretty close. Let's just take this last run and compare it to the last run from before. So really no change really at all between the intake mods. So let's go ahead and pull the lid off and just see if we can't kind of force some air in there. We'll have to use the right fan so we're not getting some ram air from that left fan. But yeah, let's see what kind of changes that makes and give us a general idea what we can expect for tomorrow with a little more air. All right, guys, I had to switch over to my cell phone. The GoPro just died on me. So moving over to our no airbox lid change. Actually picked up a lot of low end. So we're gonna let's take this last run. You can see there's a little spike there that gave it that extra 10th, so I'll kick that one out. But what's the most average? Probably our blue line. So compared to the no Backfire screen, so we picked up quite a bit, a half a foot-pound or half a horse, almost a foot-pound in the mid-range, quite a bit all the way up to 6,000 is about the same. And it does pick up a little bit of top end, kind of an average, almost half a horse. So no airbox lid is the way to go. I'm not going to suggest that. Obviously, get a lot of debris in there and whatnot, but that will tell us that some modified airbox lids just by themselves will help pick up a little bit. But really, like I said, the power is in that intake tube, that small tube. It's really good for low-end torque and throttle response, but as far as top-end gains and really just let this thing scream, you'll want a little bigger intake track. So that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we're going to dive into our Yoshimura full system, and then we're going to see what intakes from the old Grom crossover. We have a couple of them to play with, and I believe we have an ECU on the way as well. So we'll dive into that and share the results when we're finished up. Hope you guys liked the video, and like I said, subscribe, like, comment any questions you have or anything you guys want to see. We're always looking for some stuff that we can throw up on the dyno and get you guys some results on. So enjoy.